Based upon the Prime Minister's recent pronouncement in relation to the slow pace of justice, which sentiments were echoed by the President of the Law Association, one cannot help but concur that there is indeed a clog on the system of justice. However, we have to also look at the positives and look at the benefits which have come out of the pandemic, because arising out of that, you have seen a scenario where we now have electronic filing in all of the courts. That has speeded up the delivery of justice, because first of all, you are able to file and serve your documents at the click of a button, as opposed to having to physically go down to the court with, maybe hundreds or thousands of pages of documents, get each one stamped individually by the filing clerk, probably have your law clerk wait there whole day because there was a number system and you had to wait till your number was called. So you have these benefits which have come out of the pandemic, and these are things that we must keep permanently. The electronic filing and service of all documents, that is a big benefit, and that has helped to speed up the pace of delivery of justice. There's also the virtual court, which has been occurring, whereby you can do your entire trial virtually by video conferencing. And that is a tremendous benefit. That has speeded up and increased the pace of delivery of justice. That is something we must never get rid of. We must keep the virtual courts going and never return to in-person trials unless absolutely necessary. Keep the virtual courts going, and we must never return to in-person trials, except maybe in the case of criminal matters where one has no choice except to, go back in a physical courtroom where you want to address a jury, you want to be there face to face to cross-examine a witness. But in terms of the civil arena, the court and the judiciary and the government should therefore take a decision that we are permanently going to keep virtual trials as a plus, as a blessing. It also facilitates situations where you may have a witness who is abroad, or even a defendant who is abroad, who could still now participate in the trial virtually by video conferencing, give evidence, be cross-examined, and you can have the entire trial continue, as opposed to you having to fly somebody into the country, pay the cost of them coming in, pay the cost of hotel, pay the cost of ground transfers, meals, etc. Even when you have expert witnesses who are from abroad, they can give their evidence from abroad. So therefore, the virtual court is one of the things that has actually helped to speed up delivery of justice. So while we bemoan and complain and lament about the slow pace, we have to actually look at the positives and recognize that there are many things which have been occurring which actually are working towards speeding up the justice system. And two of those, the two major platforms that are really working efficiently, are the electronic filing and service of documents and the virtual court. And we must keep those two going. We must never go back to the physical filing or to have an in-person court, as I said, save and except possibly for criminal matters. So these are things that we can build upon and expand them, and therefore we can now move to a situation where basically we are digitizing all our functions of the court and all the court systems, and these things will definitely help to facilitate and speed up the process and the delivery of justice for Trinidad and Tobago.